Search Hawaii, where food meets culture, is brought to you by Ulupono Initiative, investing in a more sustainable Hawaii, and Grand Wailea, a Waldorf Astoria resort on Maui.
Mike Lofaro, and I'm from Block Island, Rhode Island.
Kainoa Horcajo from the island of Maui.
I'm a professional chef.
I'm a student of the culture. Mike and I met at the Grand Wailea working and just hit it off.
I love anything that has to do with the oceans.
Love spending time in the mountains, getting into the ocean, all of it.
Kainoa had this great idea to do some dinners based on the Kaulana Mahina. I thought it was an awesome idea.
We went on adventures up into the mountain, down to the ocean, and really just started connecting with that.
So I do what I do, Kainoa does what he does, and see how that translates to a plate.
Guided by the moon, but with a modern twist.
It's the ultimate way to connect to the food.
It's a coming together of food and culture.
Welcome to Search Hawaii. I'm Kathy Muneno, and we are on gorgeous Kauai, where Chef Mike and Kainoa are gonna take you on a wild adventure, and you will not believe the meal they come up with.
Well, Mike and I are really excited to get over to Kauai because there's just so much going on with agriculture. You've got all this sustainability efforts. You've got, vegetable and fruit farms, tons of families doing really cool things in that. And then, of course, you've got, this new dairy farm in Maha'ulepu, tons of taro, and, Hanalei is known for that. And then, of course, Kauai, so there's a lot of chickens. Yeah, plenty eggs. Woo! Brah, how's this place, huh?
It's beautiful, man. It's windy here.
So in the Hawaiian calendar, it's divided into two seasons. Kauwela, or Kau, and Ho'uilo, the dry and the wet. So we're in the lunar month of Welehu. Welehu is the first month that we kind of really go into the wet season, right? So we notice a marked change into colder weather.
I mean, what can we expect for food, you think?
Yeah, I mean, traditionally tiger sharks come in to give birth, so we're not getting in the ocean.
Absolutely not, bro. No way.
And we're in Kauai. Kauai is big for hunting pigs, so I think we'll try and go on a pig hunt. The ocean is not so hospitable, so our focus is going to be mainly in the mountains.
Because I was like, all right, cool, I'm gonna get to go inland, go mauka, and just kind of really see what's going on Kauai.
Hey! How's it? So the next day, Mike and I get up and see Boyd and Gayleen up at Grove Farms. They watch over this beautiful land of Iliahi. How's it, Rob?
Yeah, aloha, Boyd.
Hey, Boyd, thank you for meeting us, man.
Yeah, welcome to Iliahi.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's
Thank
beautiful over here.
Ready to do some hunting?
Yes, ready for Get Dirty.
It's your awesome shoes.
I got my good boots. These are my favorite boots. I've had these boots for years, and they're on their last legs.
So at Kainoa, I can get you real hunting shoes. I got extra.
My shoes were looking a little ragged, but they were better than Mike's East Coast shoes.
Well, you want color-coded like this pretty blue one?
Yeah, bro, my eyes. This is for my eyes, right?
So you guys ready to go hunt?
Yeah, bro.
Sure. Okay, let's go. Let's go meet Fred.
Okay. And they're gonna take us pig hunting, prawning. They know this area like the back of their hands, and they've been hunting and gathering here for their whole life. So we're really excited about it. Hey, how's it about Kainoa?
Mike.
So we went up, met Fred, had the dogs in the back of the truck, really exciting, we're strapping on knives and stuff like that. So like the man factor goes up about like tenfold. Lets the dogs go, and then we're off.
Watch your step, Mike. So there's a lot of different ways to hunt for pig. You're on this small place, you've got hikers, you've got bullets that can travel for miles. And that's kind of dangerous. So going with knife and dog is simple and it's safe. You can just see pig damage everywhere. And it's that kind of pig damage, both from the destruction of the soil and the breeding grounds of the mosquitoes and avian malaria that is wiping out our native bird population. Boots are going through the mud, you know, we're slipping and sliding, and the dogs are kind of, you know, going out and doing loops and coming back, going out and doing loops and coming back, you know, looking for a scent.
You know, we had been walking for a little while, and then all of a sudden the dogs start barking, and
Fighting them.
And the dogs just take off down this steep hill.
we just go, and we just ran down the hill as fast as we could. And
We see that the dogs have gotten the pig in this stream, and they've sort of corralled them. And you know, it's hunting. So there's certain aspects that come to it. You know, it's a blood sport. But this is how we've gathered our food for centuries, you know. And to be able to take this animal that is going to feed families is really a humbling experience.
that's what this whole thing is about. You know, that's where our food comes from. And so it's part of the process. And so that's why it needs to be respected all the way from hunting to plate. We're done with the hunt and we're driving back, and you know, in anticipation of going prawn hunting that night, I kind of had this idea.
Mike's got this crazy idea to cook in coconuts. So Boyd takes us down the road to this farm with tons of coconut trees.
Place is loaded with coconuts, Mike.
Yeah,
Right on. So what are you thinking? Like mature ones like these?
I think so, bro. It's your time. It's your time now. You gotta go scurry up the tree, bro.
I don't know if I'm feeling like climbing, bro. And I don't think your pants are in any tree climbing mode,
This
bro.
is fashion. This is fashion.
Boyd and I noticed Mike's pants are just, didn't survive the pig hunt. They're all ripped up, they got duct tape, or we're cracking up.
So are you sure? You don't want to climb the tree? You sure?
I think my farmer friend has a ladder.
Okay,
Okay.
You can use a ladder.
we can do that
Save
then.
your pants.
So luckily, you know, we got a ladder nearby. So, all right, Mike, coming down. The important part is not to drop the coconuts from the tree. So we've got a rope and you kind of lower them slowly down on the tree.
After the coconuts, we had to go get other stuff for the emu. So we went and got some big banana stumps and broke those down. We had to get a whole bunch of banana leaves from the trees. And then we had to go grab a whole bunch of tea leaf and just threw it in the back of the truck and headed back to Boyd's.
So, you know, it all makes sense right now. We're in the month of Welehu. It's getting cold. Welehu is about gathering around the fire, and there's no more Hawaiian way of cooking than in an imu. So the first thing you do in the imu pit is crumple up a bunch of newspaper, throw it in the bottom, make a big layer.
Yeah.
Then right there on top of the layer, we take a stick and you put that in the middle as essentially to make a chimney that you'll build the fire around. Kiawe wood goes down around, making a big patchwork of kiawe, and then the stones get stacked on top of that. And you take all of the imu stones, passing them, we stack them around that. We pull the stick out through the middle, which leaves this hollow chimney down in. Light a little piece of fire and you just drop that in. It falls all the way down to the bottom and hits and ignites the newspaper on the bottom. So from there, the newspaper starts burning. So fire's lit. It's starting to burn good, but it's still got to burn for about 3 hours. So it gives plenty of time for Mike to prep this special way. He's got this crazy idea for kalua pig like you've never seen it before.
So the fire's going, we're getting ready for emu pig. I'm gonna make a rub for it. So first thing I gotta do is I gotta chop some olena up. So then we grate the olena. Next we're gonna clean and grate some ginger. We have to do the same thing, we have to grate some garlic. So next we're gonna clean a bunch of chilies. So we're gonna also just grate an onion. We're gonna chop up some lemongrass. And These are just some green onions. So I'm gonna also put in a little tamarind paste, and then I'm gonna put in just a little bit of shoyu. Made it all into a paste basically, mixed it with the salt and scored the pig and just really rubbed it in there and hope for the best.
So now it's dark, food's prepped, fire's burned down, and it's ready to start filling the imu. So the first thing you do is you spread the rocks out and make a kind of level playing field. Take the banana stumps that we gathered earlier and you beat them so they break apart. Throw those banana stumps directly on top of the hot rocks. And then we put down this tray that's Lindsay's specialty. So now the meat is in the tray, and now it's time to put the banana leaves. So you lay the banana leaves on top of the tray. After the banana leaves go on, then goes the burlap. Burlap has been soaking for a long time. It's full of water, and that's going to create the steam inside this oven. Then the next thing to go on is the tarp. The tarp's the final layer. Lay the tarp down and put sand around the whole thing to just seal all the heat in there. So it's basically like a big pressure cooker. So now we're hours after sunset. Emu's covered, so that's good to go. That sits and waits, but we still gotta go prawning. Now would be the time we go to sleep, but I think we still gotta go prawning too, so it's gonna be a long night.
Let's hit it.
All right, let's do it. Shoot. Right on, Lindsay. So it's already late night. It's been a long day, but emu's going. Meet up with Boyd. Now it's time to go prawning.
Ready to jump in the water, do some prawning?
I think
Sure.
so.
Well, Fred's up there waiting for us.
Okay.
Okay.
So how about let's go?
Let's do it. Jumping in the mule.
Yep,
All
in the
right.
mule.
So Boyd's gonna take us to his favorite prawning spot. He says it's just a little bit of ways, and you know, after some serious four-wheeling up the mountains, we finally arrive at this place to see what's going on. Right on. So you guys usually go start prawning from here.
Yeah, we jump in here and go up, but I don't know about tonight. It's pretty dirty.
Looks dirty, yeah.
We won't be able to see anything.
Yeah. Oh, it makes sense for what time of the year it is. So.
Boyd's like, boys, it doesn't look like we're gonna be prawning tonight. So we're like, man, what else can we do? We gotta find something. And he's like, did you guys ever eat frogs?
Maybe frogging? Game?
Frog legs.
Frog legs,
I'm
bro.
in.
Frog legs.
I'm in.
All right.
Let's go. So we got back in the mule and drove back down to another spot and started hunting for frogs.
All right, Mike. You're up. I got the pig. You get the frog.
Yeah, it's not
You
exactly
want to
like
keep
a
the
pig.
light on it to blind it.
It's a fair trade, huh? So you're basically, me and Boyd are spotlighting the frog so Mike can see it, and Mike jumps in there and he's just got to grab the frog. Oh, he's got quick hands. So he was quick, man. He's faster. He grabbed the frog and the thing falls straight through the bag and right back into the water. In the bag. So Boyd and I are cracking up, and Mike's got to jump back in and re-chase down the frog, get into the bushes, and it was good fun.
You know, that's really when my real killer instinct came out, you know, when it was time to hunt frog, you know.
There you go, Mike. Here's the bag, bro. No puka this time. So now we're just going down the ditch looking for frog.
Good one, Mike.
Oh, yeah?
Right there.
Good moves, bro.
I mean, I remember in culinary school, we'd, you know, pan fry them, but you know, those came basically in a box. You know, they were frozen. So I was really excited to actually go hunt frog.
I'm able to see one, so I get in there and jump in, and I'm able to get my hand on a frog, and so we're just filling up the bag.
You know, frogs and prawns kind of very similar as far as delicate. And so the idea for cooking the prawns in coconuts, I thought would really translate really well for the frogs now. So we're just cooking frogs in the coconut now.
So it's been a long day. We started pig hunting in the morning, built the emu, prawning right into frogging. Now it's late night, we're done, man. It's time to head home and get a little bit of sleep. So it's the next day, and it's time to get back to the imu and open the imu up. And this is the fun part, right? This is where we get close to actually eating all of this food we've been working for. Clear the sand out, pull back the tarp. As soon as you do that, you smell just all that food that's been cooking in there overnight. Burlap comes off, banana leaves come off, and then you see the tray, all of our pig real nicely wrapped in tin foil. And we pull it out, and imu's done. Up and down.
So we get everything out, and then we have to shred the pig. Pig is just like butter. I mean, just falls apart so good. And so we just start cleaning all the bones out, and then using the bones to shred the meat.
Next step is the frogs. So, you know, Mike had that idea to basically take the frogs, put them in the coconuts, put the coconuts in a fire, and cook them like simmering in the coconut.
So we're gonna make a braised frog leg stew that's cooked in a coconut in the emu coals. We have some great stuff from Grove Farms. We have some ginger, garlic, and galangal, some baby bok choy, wing beans, Japanese eggplant, Chinese long beans, baby carrots, green curry paste, coconut water, and coconut milk, and a bunch of beautiful herbs, cilantro, mint, and Thai basil. So our first step is we have to clean our frog legs. So the first thing you do is you cut the feet off of the frog, you cut the skin around the waist, you peel the skin right off, you rub them with a little salt, toss them with a little lemon juice, and let them marinate for about 3 hours. So once your frog legs are marinated, then you have to prep the stew. First you add oil. Next we add our ginger, garlic, and galangal. Add some green curry paste. Next we add our coconut water. And we add our coconut milk. Once this comes up to a boil, we're gonna shut it off because the rest of the vegetables are gonna cook with the frog legs in the coconuts in the emu coals.
Mike's the chef, he's doing the cooking. I'm just support. So I'm shucking oysters or opening coconuts, and this time it's opening coconut. Just first thing I'm gonna do is cut the bottom off. Get it nice and flat. Expose the shell a little ways down here. Also now I'm just gonna take off some of the husk around the side so it cooks faster. All right, we'll just clean the top off to make it like a soup bowl and good to go. Insert frog here.
All right, so now we're just gonna fill our coconuts up and then get them in the fire. Now we got our marinated frog legs, and then we're just gonna drop them in here and then put it on the fire. All right, brother, here we go.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah, what do you think?
Woo,
Do you think
man.
it's gonna work?
Amazing, bro. All right, so we're just gonna drop them in,
Yeah,
right?
we just drop them in, and then we'll kind of just nestle some coals up against them.
So now we're there. Pig's ready, coconut frog is ready, and all the people that have been hosting us this whole time, that took us pig hunting, that took us frogging, are coming together, and it's almost time to eat. We got the pig, we got the coconut frog. It's almost time to eat.
So this is the crazy idea that we had for cooking the frog legs in the coconut. Came out pretty good, smoky, it's good. It's kind of like Thai curry stew. Hope you enjoy it.
It is good. It's awesome. It's good. From the land, right?
Derek eats frog all the time. What do you think, Derek?
I love it. I eat it.
Alrighty, so we did the emu pig a couple different ways. So on the left is like just traditional emu, and then on the right, we rubbed it down with like olena, ginger, lemongrass, some chilies, just something a little bit different. So enjoy.
It's like so good. It's really, really refreshing.
Us guys in the islands, we eat pig all the time, but never had it like this. It's good.
It is really good. I mean, it's different, but it's super good.
People will be copying this. Guarantee.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Can we keep
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. I told you I'm coming back.
This journey to Kauai has been amazing. You know, this island steeped in beauty and tradition, and the people that were, you know, total strangers that became friends, become ohana. Getting to share this time with them, it all makes it totally worth it.
So chalk one up for Plan B. You put the frog in the coconut and cook it in an emu. Thanks so much for being with us on Search Hawaii, where food meets culture. And don't forget, you can find Chef Mike Lofaro's recipes online at searchhawaiitv.com.
Search Hawaii, where food meets culture, is brought to you by Ulupono Initiative, investing in a more sustainable Hawaii, and Grand Wailea, a Waldorf Astoria resort on Maui.